Claude Code is priced at $20 a month, and I put 5 of the biggest claims about it to the test against Anthropic's own numbers and outside cost reports. The surprise, that same $20 tool has pushed real enterprise bills to $500 to $2,000 per engineer per month, according to Fortune's reporting on Uber's usage. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what that gap costs you and whether the catch is worth paying for. The first claim is that Claude Code handles massive codebases like a real engineer would. According to official Anthropic documentation, it's running in production at organizations with thousands of developers, navigating multi-million line monorepos with grep and file traversal instead of guessing. Community reporting backs the scale claim too, describing selective loading across tens of thousands of files. This is the strongest, most consistent claim in the whole review, and the 1 million token context window on Opus 5 is the real advantage behind it. So Claude Code takes large codebase context handling, and the scoreboard shifts its way. My name is Brian, and I spend my week digging through pricing pages, vendor docs, and cost breakdowns so you don't have to guess what a tool like this actually costs you. Claude Code's code review feature launched in March 2026 with specialized agents for logic, API, and security issues. According to Anthropic's own internal testing, 84% of pull requests over 1,000 lines generated findings, averaging 7.5 issues each, with less than 1% flagged as incorrect by engineers. There's also a documented case at TrueNAS where it caught a pre-existing type mismatch that was silently wiping an encryption key cache. The catch? This is team and enterprise only, at $15 to $25 per review. Verdict: delivers, but not for individuals. Here's where the story turns. The claim that Claude Code produces working code with messy architecture is community reported but unverified. No published figure exists for refactor time or a measurable drop in code quality. What we do have is a strong, consistent pattern across community sentiment. The code runs, but it isn't clean, and someone ends up cleaning it up later. That gap between real complaint and real measurement is itself worth noticing. Verdict: a real pain point, unmeasured. Stick with me, because the last 4 tests are where this decision actually flips. This is the actual catch behind the title. The $20 headline is the pro-tier entry point. Fortune reported Uber's per-engineer bills climbing to $500 to $2,000 a month at heavy enterprise scale. One of the biggest problems I run into when using AI agents is turning their output into YouTube content I can actually use to market my product. That's why this video is sponsored by Subscriber, a tool that helps business owners connect their AI agents to YouTube and market their products without spending 10 hours every week creating content. You can connect Claude or ChatGPT directly to Subscriber. It then analyzes your business, website, and YouTube channel to help you create SEO-optimized video ideas, scripts, thumbnails, and even complete videos that actually match your brand. What I like most is that every week, Subscriber gives me a list of high-potential video ideas I can immediately execute, and it can even help edit videos for me, with or without my face, including videos like the one you're watching right now. It's easy to get started, and you can try Subscriber for free using the link in the description below. Now back to the video. FineOut puts the more typical figure at $150 to $250 per developer monthly, or about $13 per active day before any optimization. Run the math on 20 active days a month, and you're already near $260 before API overage. Subscription plans span $20 to $200, but token usage is what actually moves the bill. Verdict: delivers in the worst way. According to Anthropic's own internal testing, unguided attempts at a coding task succeed about 33% of the time. Add planning first, and that number climbs to near 100%. A 2-gate verification system requires proof, build output, test results, or screenshots before marking anything done. The trade-off is setup. Claude.md files, MCPs, hooks, and subagents are described as extensive in Anthropic's own best practices docs. This tool rewards discipline and punishes shortcuts. There is a real caveat on requires workflow discipline worth naming before we score it. Verdict: delivers, but the burden sits on you. Claude Code wins clearly on large codebase handling, production proven with a 1 million token window, and on code review with an 84% hit rate on large PRs and under 1% false positives. It also proves in Anthropic's own data That planning turns a 33% success rate into near total reliability. Where it struggles. Messy architecture is a real unmeasured complaint, and per engineer costs can run from $150 monthly at typical scale to $2,000 at the enterprise extreme. Here is where the second pick clearly pulls ahead. Claude Code is the winner here on capability. 4 of 5 claims deliver, and only the architecture complaint falls short on hard evidence. But the win comes with real strings. You're paying for the best context handling in the business, and you're doing the workflow discipline yourself. If you're on a large, complex code base and your team can absorb the cost, this is the clear pick. If you're a solo developer or a cost-conscious team without room for refactoring overhead or a $500 surprise bill, this isn't built for you yet. The $20 number on the pricing page is real. It's also nearly meaningless once you're running this daily, because the bill that actually shows up scales with tokens, not tiers, and nobody advertises that part. If you want to see how that per token cost compares against cheaper open weight alternatives at real volume, that's the next video to watch.